my busia for me church will be a sam will be a quaba beam the bar or dinner who TV or dinner who cassia bossuna. Some money say or dinner TV the update any trendy news in Kwanya. This may viewers near here for our YouTube channel. No, so say and any day can also uti and answer or share or YouTube channel. So I must also subscribe to our channel or be like it. Although I didn't choose to be good comment section come and let there be a debate to be ano on Saka Fefe na. The baby around and then say Muntin Yana and now I me out as I baby more Saka no one to say. Yen name says an ask can one as a Ghana hampany for more shikisi and or the abeto abontin say a January 2024 be expose a Ghana and penny phobia or bribery home in your bonny corruption or more your mind Ghana and say and your ma also almost to no more ọmọ hwẹ so na ọmọ nyẹ ne adamudie nketenkete ọmọ gyegye no wọnche bẹkọ akutie anas na no mu asem ọde to abọnten ne nkyiremu a ọkafa saa nsem bi ho abasisi a
Thank you, Anas. Amazing stuff, very inspiring. I actually have a lot of questions, but I'm going to ask one very practical. First of all is, when you pay these huge amounts of money as bribe, where do you get the money? And second of all, do you sometimes feel like maybe the Ghanaian law enforcement officers may use you as a good publicity for the government, because they might appear, hey, look, we busted these guys, they bust the guys, but maybe it's just a picture. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, where do you get the money? So we are a media house, and we have views, we have clicks, we have radio stations that we go into some form of alliance with. So before we start any investigation, there's a budget, and that budget is what goes into the film. So yes, that's how we get the money. We don't get it every day. I wish we could get more to do what we do, but we try. And we wish we will not be paying more, but sometimes you just have to pay more to get it. Now the police. Yes, it's a decision you have to make. I have been the #1 critic of the Ghana police. I've done stories where many of them have been sacked and all that. But at the same time, I am able to sense when I need them to help to push the national agenda. So I try to separate people's parochial interests from doing what is right. For me, a crime is a crime, and I will fight that crime. Whatever way the police service want to use to tell their story, that's for them. But at the end of the day, have I managed to minimize that crime? Have I managed to take the person to court? Have I managed to sentence the person? Those are important things for me. And if I can take pride in that work, and the police can take pride in that, it's okay. Society moves on well. But I also do know that the police are not your friends. They are not at all, because they are a part of the system, and they can be used against you too. Thank you.
So do you get the money back, by the way, from those people that you give the money to?
Well, it depends. There's been certain occasions that the money has been used as exhibits, and the people who use it as exhibits kept it as exhibits.
Permanent exhibits?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? We have two at the back there.
Dear Anas, thank you for your beautiful work. I assume when you go undercover, you naturally cannot hide your face like this. That would be a bit suspicious. So you must be going, exposing your face to people that could potentially leak it into the public. How you go about and collaborating with people that maybe know your face? How do you go about preventing this from happening? Thank you.
So, there are many ways of going undercover, and sometimes, like you saw in the Nyantechi videos, prosthetics are used, sometimes makeup, other times your real face. But today, technology is said that you can do a lot to yourself and change. You can change into a woman, you can change into an old man, you can change into a young man, you can do everything if you have the right people around you. And it's unfortunate I can't disclose everything here, but I can assure you that we have a very solid team that is in charge of that, based in London, and we're able to pull through whenever those difficulties arise. Thank you.
Okay, so let's take some online questions.
So maybe we can follow up with the question about the police, and maybe you can develop a bit more about how you work, as you work a lot with the police in your incredible investigations. Does this prevent you by investigate about police corruption?
No, it doesn't. I mean, if you look at the history of Ghana, I did solid police investigations where police men and security officers were jailed. I've done investigations into the MTTU of the Ghana police. I've done a lot of investigation into bribery of the police. So it doesn't prevent me from taking the police on. I mean, we've got to do what we've got to do. If there's crime, there's crime. Like I said, I cannot possess powers of arrest. They do have it. And if you call on them, I haven't seen any Inspector General of Police who has frowned on collaborating with me to arrest people, because their fundamental duty is to keep peace in society. And most of the times, the police, the real policemen who do proper policing, are not comfortable when there's crime in society. So no matter the hatred you have for them or they have for you, when it comes to fighting crime, they will liaise with you. I haven't seen any police regime in Ghana or in Nigeria or anywhere where they've pushed back at attempts of collaborating with them to arrest some other people. It may be tricky. If the thing leads to arresting one of them, it may. I haven't tried that. But usually, if it's external, they are happy to come on board.
So that was Anas Aremeyao, Anas Aochechemu, in terms of where he gets his money from for investigative journalism as well as whether or not unya nisikane back after paying such bribes. We one particular video I trendy. Oko YouTube channel at Vimbaza. Another video of him talking about the next project I will be releasing. A bit shaky at the word. According to him, or say a shocker. Or say be releasing a BBC channel. So come January, next month. Any updates I be however yedi be brem Vimbas TV so ena movie yeda CP
Vimbas TV
Nana you only do kia to come this year no Nana what you do kan or see it's about what you have done and what you continue to do and only susudia delegate no be gina so dia to abawo and it's a wono we ya MP ho no we ya hu dia wonimu an say Christmas asin no do V8 ni bom futuro ene anwea ne atechegu nkrofo ho awonabo na ekono nabo na ekono a wanya wanya na na bia mo pa say batan bi wo ebu akwa south a onto McKinsey Dr. Kingsley Ajimai
yes why ye niema wo ho niema
nipa wo dwene koda wo mesia ho
yes
what did you say